Yeah. This Cassidy, the hustler. Shout out Mikey T, the movie star. We live on Report Card Radio. Show the boy the respect he deserve. Easy.
The science kind of picked up right where our last interview ended, where they were asking you on the science, like, Cassidy, what did you do when you got out of jail? When you had the hottest album out, the #1 album, one of the #1 singles. So Cass, can you take me into that when you got out of jail? Like, what were your first steps? You had the #1 album.
Well, when I first got out of jail, I settled in for a little bit, a couple days, you know what I'm saying? Got myself back together, chill with the family. And then I went to Arizona and I started working on a Bars album. But this was before the accident, but after the jail situation. So I was in Arizona working on the album, putting in work, recording, trying to get back, you know what I mean, into the swing of things to get this new project out. So I really ain't go on tour and reap the benefits of the album that I already had out because of the jail time that I missed. I just wanted to get a new record out quick. You know what I mean? I wanted to show them that I was back active. So I went back in the studio and started recording the Bars album. And once I got pretty much along the way with the Bars album, got a lot of records recorded, I came back up top and I started finishing recording up top in New York. And that's when I got in the accident. So the accident pushed a lot of things back. And once I got out the accident, I had a lot more to talk about other than the case and the jail situation. So that's why I had to do more records and record more records before I actually released the album altogether.
So Cass, I want to ask, what were the plans for your third album, Bars? Did you go with My Drink and My Two-Step because it naturally caught on?
That wasn't my choice for the single. That was actually a label decision. And that's what I be trying to explain to artists that want to get label deals and want to get in the industry. A lot of decisions that's made is not going to be 100% yours. So I didn't want to go with Drink and Two-Step. That was a record that I wanted to make, but I didn't want to go with that as a single. I felt like all of the things that I just came through, like the jail situation, the accident, all of the pressure that was on me at that time, I just didn't feel like dancing and partying and doing a club song. I wanted to do a song that expressed more pain and told people more about what I was dealing with and going through. So maybe a record like Innocent Man, that's like one of my biggest records that never was a single. I never shot a video to it or nothing like that, but it's still one of my biggest records. I felt like that would have been a better single, like initially, to show people what I was dealing with and going through, and then you could have built up into a record like Drink and Two-Step later. But at that time, social media wasn't as big. Well, it wasn't even big. None of these social media sites was really out or popping, so information used to get passed around different. So everybody wasn't familiar with what I was going through. A lot of people thought I was still locked up. A lot of people thought I never got locked up. A lot of people thought I died in an accident and wasn't even still alive. It was like a lot of misunderstandings at the time. So to come right back and just say, I got my drink and my two-step, it was like it added more confusion. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like if we would have came with a story that would have helped explain why I was missing in action for a few months when I was so hot and what I dealt with, I felt like it would have made more sense. We tried to incorporate the story a little bit into the Drink and Two-Step video, but I'm not sure it registered it as good as if we would have did a different type of record.
What was the status of the title of the album? Were you going through a few different titles, or was it always going to be Bars?
Yeah, that was the main title that I always had, the Barry Adrian Reese story. It was about my real life, like things that I was dealing with outside of the industry, outside of making music. So I felt that the title was perfect.
So you also had John Legend on Bars with production from Kanye West. Can you tell me about getting a chance to work with Ye in 2007? You had told me about meeting him back when he showed you those 3 videos.
For sure. I'm a big fan of Kanye, man. I love him, man. I think he like a genius. Let the way his mind work. And so it was definitely a blessing to be able to do a song with him, his production, and with John Legend, such a big singer, like with such a huge voice. So that was a good look for me. You know what I'm saying? I was still up and coming at the time, even though I did have some success and some records out. I still was up and coming and on the come up. So to work with artists like that was a good look. And I actually reached out to Kanye a little bit after that, um, um, to do the Drinking Two-Step remix. So the Drinking Two-Step remix was me, Kanye West, and Neo, the singer. And it was Neo addressing a lot of serious topics that he was dealing with at the time. And for like the biggest R&B artist at the time, and like the biggest rapper Kanye to jump on my remix at the time when I was coming home, it was a good look. So I got nothing but love for Kanye.
Kanye recently said that he wanted to give artists back his cut of their masters. What do you think about Kanye doing something like that?